Without further ado, I wonder what we're playing. Could it be a Mario game? Again? Of course it is. Welcome to Classic Mario World 3. I've done this once before, but the updates since have implored me to play it again. Plus, there'll still be extra content I'll explore at the end, so yeah. There's a chance you may have seen this already, I guarantee it. I hope there's not anything further from the Definitive Edition version. That's becoming quite a cliche of determining when it's final and then they're just adding stuff anyway. I was quite adamant about finishing this at some point, and I got around to it, so that's good news for everybody involved. So the plot is, after the first two games, and the third game, Bowser just goes in space. It's weird because there was extra stuff in the plot mentioned before the Definitive Edition, and I don't really see that stuff now. So we'll just go with whatever that means. We can go in. This is not really a level within itself, but you can kind of just look around and see all the stuff. Inside Princess Peach's castle. Yeah, I was watching that Nintendo Direct the other day, and I want Super Mario Brothers Wonder. That's it. That is it. It's like, what if Nintendo actually tried to do a quintessential ROM hack of a Mario game, and then it's like, well, there you go. So I can't imagine it being better. Just let the creative juices flow. I can't imagine what this will mean for the Mario ROM hacks in the future. Oh, I know. We'll play the same tracks from that game for up to 5 to 10 years until I get sick of them. Just like what we're doing with, like, Mario Maker. And before that, 3D World. You know, you get the idea. Odyssey soundtracks. It's like, I get it. The game is out. I understand what you mean. Good luck on your quest, Mario. Go get the mushroom. I left it here for you, where you can grab it. With your little plumber hands. Did you know that Princess Peach's castle is pink on the inside? Wow, and yet the walls are not pink. Wow. Color consistency. It's like, oh no, I can't swap the palettes there, but I can do in the background, I promise. Are you really criticizing a sample size of something so small as to be ineffective? On the eyeballs. There's statues in me. I think one statue may be good enough, but no. Multiple statues. Soon we'll have to add an Elephant Mario statue. Eventually. We don't have enough construction tools to make such a thing. Good luck on your adventure. We Toads say the same things over and over again. How are you? It's a long time. Yes, we all get along in this time. We can even place statues on really thin platforms. Never mind structural integrity. That's for losers. Do. Sorry, we're not... Gotta wait for me to get out of the castle before we actually get to the gameplay, huh? It's like, why'd you even bother playing this part of it? It's like, I don't know. Just kind of did. It happens sometimes. You get that one beginning level that isn't really a level. So, yeah. It's just larger than most would have you say. And we get free mushrooms out of it, so I mean, there's that to consider. And hell, I already have... Did I start with 10 lives and get 2 more? Interesting. So that's good. I believe a lot of like points and lives save within the SRAM data. In this run, I'll be getting all the dragon coins, at least the ones that are marked on this map here. See that little dot? It gets filled in. That counts. If for some reason coins in areas where that doesn't count, I can only think of like 1. Then I'm not worried about it. Not that you need to do all of them, but you need to do a little over half if you want to have access to things. Things I cannot mention. This is Mario's road. It is the quintessential level 1. I do like the intro things for the, the Yoshi's Island intros. Those are good. I like that. Also like this minimalistic HUD is pretty nice too. I see it get used in plenty of hacks, so, if you're wondering what that's going on up there, that's what it is. It's just the number of Marios, the number of stars, which actually what happens is you get all the dragon coins, and every time you get the dragon coin, all the dragon coins in a level, the counter goes up. And that counter means that you don't get stars from the end of goal exit. In fact, there's no reason to even touch the gold tape, but I can try to do that anyway if you want. Because it's not like I think if I get the 50 mark, I'll get a 3-up. I'm not even sure I managed that or even bothered. It wouldn't have mattered. But if you can get the 3-up without actually giving it you 50, I mean, maybe. In Mario's Road. See, it says my road. I built it to Peach's castle. Haha. No, it's just Mario's on the road to another journey. It's another place. Oh, is this Mario 3D Land music? Or 3D World music? I stopped remembering. All the Mario information is blurring together. Oh no, send help please. The ever-growing adventures of Mario. Wahoo! Wowie zowie! That's what I say now! Great. Let us know how that goes. Let me know how that goes, because I can't imagine someone being like, alright, I'm gonna go modify this game. It's like, yeah, good freaking luck. They will be useful in Toad's bonus house, like I said. It is essentially that. The springboard doesn't get used too often, but we do get at least a nice several handfuls of levels with Yoshi power in it. Bonusu. It's a bonus because it's marked bonus. Fear my parallax scrolling with the power of 1,000 suns. Yeah, it's more like, how do you know where that stuff is? You check every pipe and then you just remember, hopefully. That is good. Course clear. Once again, Mario time. Oh yeah. Whew. And our second level, also our first level with 2 exits. I wonder if it has something to do with that suspicious hexagon that's not connected to anything. I wonder. And in this level, Mario gets to touch grass. He hasn't been outside for years. He's not been outside. Yeah, like, every level is so different, just like with the other classic Mario worlds, that I have, like, a few things I can talk about per level. That's good news for this channel. It's good news for me. I don't have to run out of shit to talk about. But yeah, we get our first underground level. Well, for the third game, I mean, trilogy-wise. I'm not even sure if it matters that you play 1 before 2 or 3, but I think 3 might be the toughest of the 3. I'm not sure on that. Also, like the previous 2, you have the ability to fall down a pit and come back up as if you gotten hit once. We've also added they've also added some extra moves, like I guess invoked from Mario 64 stuff. But those never really come into. I don't really need to use those. I just end up doing it by accident. But if it helps you speedrun the game, by all means. I just need the bottomless pit not killing me instantly feature. That's good enough for me. How many more coins can you grab for my coin block face? Oh, is this Mario RPG music? Speaking of Mario RPG remake, guys. Yeah. That's cool. Let me know how that goes. It's like, am I gonna get it? It's like, well, I've already played it, so I don't know if I need it again. Maybe if there's some extra stuff, but there doesn't have to be. It's very good for what it is. So, if you've never played Mario RPG, go right ahead. I'll just be sitting here with people still working on mods to finish a whole Mario RPG while Nintendo, like, poops another one out of nowhere. It's like, there you go. It's Geno in 3 dimensions. Right? It's even got the trappings of Square's usual cutscene style. So there's that to look at, too. Could just look at it just for the cutscene and see how that goes. Just do know... Or how that applies to, like, some extra mechanics, like... Does it know I have to go out in... Does it know what I have to do in order to get the lazy shell again? And also, can we have different, like... very different animations for every possible weapon you can equip? Or have the characters look different based on their armor? That'd be cool. Let's get it for that alone. It's like, ah, look at my fancy pants! First Yoshi of the evening. Goes underground. Good thing we got bushes that grow fruit in a cavern. Because as we all know, plants don't need life. I mean, light in order to exist. They don't need life. These are zombie night plants. The fuck, dude? Got plenty of star use in this game, so if you have access to a star, use the star. If a level's too hard for you, well, when we get to bonus toad houses, there's ways to have a star in the inventory. Because I should have mentioned that. Yeah, so other than that, the last time I played this, I was thinking about what kind of level design stuff was changed, and besides the gameplay mechanics, I mean, and it's hard to tell because you're like recognizing a lot of the same things, but I can see there's a little more polish. I don't just mean like graphically, but just to prevent it from being too obnoxious. So for that reason, this ended up being easier than the second game. Even with its own polishes. And I think that has to do with some of the gimmicks that were used, like, or did that happen? Did I go through some of those weird gimmicks in this game too? I think, look, a lot has happened. I can't remember everything that happens in a single ROM hack anymore. I'll just have to tell you as the things happen. That's why you get to ask me stuff about things, and I'll see if I can bring up what the hell I did. The hills are purple.
But wait, I need the secret before we can go to the Sun Sprite Valley.
Where's my Sunshine remake? I don't care if it's 3D All-Stars, baby. It's like, how about games that actually need remakes? Because RPG didn't really need that one, but hey, it looks good anyway. What if we did, like, a Mario's Missing remake? Oh my god, I don't think that would work. Trivia has changed. The world has changed. That wouldn't work. What about Yoshi's Cookie remastered? Nah. Mario's Time Machine remastered? Mario teleports to the future. From the past. Days of Futures Mario. Starring X-Men. X-Mario. First coin. There we go. Do I really need Yoshi for this part? I mean, what's going to happen? I either get to the goal or he's going to have to swallow a key. Did you know, because I forgot, that I believe Yoshi can be fine on the needles? Much like he can be on the munchers. It was not important at the time to reveal. I noticed that this Yoshi sprite is in fact a Yoshi's Island Yoshi. So, you know, I guess Yoshi de-aged a bit there.
The young Yoshi for the adult Mario.
Isn't it canon that Mario's still in his 20s after all this time? You'd think he'd be like a middle-aged man by this point? Or just going on 60? I don't know. Like, if he was 24 in the 80s, let's say. Dude should be 64 right about now. I did a joke. Oh yeah, because the users created this, his name is Bandicoot. There's gonna be a lot of Crash Bandicoot references. You probably heard it when I started the video up. Yeah. Every power plant, every Switch Palace is its own level and then has the switch you can press. Unlike the last game, which is you find the switch and it ends that level when you found it somewhere else in the level. No, this time the Switch Palace is its own level, and your reward is the switch at the end. And that's cool, too. Again, more RPG stuff. That's great. I like the forest. I guess we like to call it Geno's forest, even though it wasn't really his forest. It's just when you showed up, so now we claim it belongs to him. Like how Mario's Road belongs to Mario, even though it doesn't.
Oh man, if only I had a background Yoshi to eat the background fruits.
Oh dear. The typical despawning behavior that I don't really like. Has a much bigger problem with older Mario mods. Was the despawning would just wreak havoc with the level design. Now it just seems to only happen on occasion, like there and then. Remove the Wiggler happily for me. Not that I know much about how the despawning works, but there's limits, man.
Now we go behind the tree and grab ourselves another Yoshi.
Yes, those dragon coins, yeah, too. Those dragon coins in the castles and the fortresses and the... Is there a ghost house? There has to be at least one. Get lots of cute little things in this game. And there's also... There's like a couple of worlds that are unique-ish. I do like them. Although I wouldn't describe one as unique so much as just cool to look at. Who knows? It's like the Chocolate Peninsula replacement, but it's not chocolate. And maybe you can get a Wendy's in there.
If only I could get the Wendy's. I could get the...
I don't know anything about the food. Who goes and memorizes the food items on a fast food restaurant? Show of hands. If you do, I think you have a problem. I've never needed to remember what kind of food is available at a fast food place. At a restaurant, yeah, but that's why we can load our menus on our phones, my dude. Although now I saw a comic where, you know, someone's sitting at the table. It's like, hey, can you give me a menu? And then, like, the waitress hands her a QR code paper, so she has to scan it, look at the menu on her phone. I feel like if you're going to do something like that, you should just have a giant QR code, like, on the wall for everyone to scan from their seat instead, if you're going to be doing that crap. You know, save paper that way. Just draw it on the wall, unless you have to change it. So I guess make it like a bulletin board with the big QR code on it. I don't even remember how secure QR codes are. We just kind of use them because, you know, it's a good way of distributing, like, binary with, like, black and white text box or black and white boxes. Yeah, that's probably why. Usually ends up being a link, though, as opposed to the terms of the whole program, because that would just be too much for the QR code. Oh my god, guys. It's Sonic R music. Wow. That's nice, but unfortunately, there's no actual singing, which is good because if there was singing, I think the DMCA hounds would come and get me.
They'd be like, you take that off.
There's a nice lady singing that song. You don't need to post it for people to enjoy. That's stupid. You're stupid. Yep. Oh, Rex, don't you know I love my Yoshis? How would I get in that pipe anyway? There was no reason for that. It's been a hot minute since I actually looked at myself doing World 1, so... There was a bit of a break somewhere in the middle while I was doing other stuff. Simply due to what I was expecting was going to be very difficult towards the end. I got over it. As I do. These caves are green. Oh, okay. What's up over that, you say? It's a bit of a Twilight situation. Twilight Underworld. Franchises you shouldn't put together. I do not think this... Oh, we have green coins? Which I guess I want to call them frog coins. In honor of Mario RPG. They are worth 5 coins each. So if you put a bunch of them together, that's an easy way to get 1-ups. 1-ups have never been a problem this entire thing. It's only just been about how much time am I willing to waste. Then again, it's like, what's the point? What is the point of lives anyway if you mod it so that you save after every level anyway? That's kind of... no. I don't know.
We don't have to know. We can just enjoy the backgrounds and the things and the musics that happen with all this, and the gimmicks and the graphics and the physics. I just called everyone's cat to the stage. Everybody Supersonic Racing. Oh my god. Oh yeah, there was a new Sonic Superstars game. I think I mentioned that while I was playing Sonic 2. If not, I want that too. Like, come on now. This is the year of side-scroller platformers. It's like at the same time as retro boomer shooters or whatever. Which, I don't know why anyone gets mad at that. I mean, I know why, because of the origin of such a thing, as to refer to as to, haha, old. But isn't that what retro means too? It also means old? I mean, at one point, there's nothing wrong with it. I guess you gotta distinguish it based on how much different level design gets. Because video game is still a fairly early medium. Just in terms of everything, because, like, with movies and stuff, you have, like, theater to draw upon that, right? And music, well, music's just been fucking around. And of course, artworks. So, where do video games derive from in the media sphere, exactly? Like, we could say board games that go as far back as the 1800s, but, I mean, like, or maybe sports, but these video games, even, like, not too long after their introduction to the human consciousness, could be considered complicated enough that you wouldn't know how someone came up with the idea, but I guess it took like 10 years for them to get really, like, crazy. And now we're at the point that we're wondering how we had anything like video games before now. At least with the internet, we could say that was just kind of a exponential increase in connection of media. It's innovative in its method, just not so much in its idea, which is like connect everybody. It's like, okay, anyone can think of that. But with video games, well, what are they? And so I tell to you, that's why we're having all these fumbles now, because basically we're at the point now where video games are old enough to be like someone's grandpa. And, you know, I think it's time we accepted video games into the common mindset. Like, it's not like everyone has to play them. I mean, most people, everybody does. But, you know, they're the accepted part of life, which I wish they accepted it as I was accepting it. I guess I just had to wait for everybody to get on board. Like with everything, I guess I'm an early adopter of future concepts, of ones that are fun or make sense. I got bonus house. I'll make a point of it to go into the goal every time I enter a bonus Toad house. However, you only really need to do it once for the counter. I supposedly there's a 120x that you'll see at the end of the video, at the end of the series, because as I do now in these Mario ROM hacks, is I show you how many golds I get at the end, just so you have a reference point. Though that's not always reliable to finding everything. Okay. If you want to really, like, figure out some of this stuff, you might need Lunar Magic to look at the details, or go to smw.db, a database of Mario ROM hacks. I don't know if it's been updated, but it was enough stuff. Now we must go to the ninja training fortress. We train ninjas. Why there's ninja training just outside the castle? That's a good question. It has to be a very secret place. A place full of secrecy and placement. Isn't that Terra? That's Terra. Final Fantasy VI, right? I think so. Anyway, have some funky Bowser Castle music with these little buzz sawnies. Now, I'm not sure what's going on, but the background is flickering. You may want to watch your eyeballs right now. Make sure nothing happens to them. I'm not really sure why that's happening. It's not like it looks like thunderstorms in the background. I think there was just some rendering issue that no one was aware of at the time, and it could either be my software or, you know, the modder's software. But no, it's not supposed to be flickering like this. I'm sure of it. Now the shaking and vibrating. Oh yeah, sure, maybe. But no, I don't know what that's doing. Question mark? Question mark? My response to this whole scenario. I'm gonna need this P-switch to get up further than we would hoped possible. Oh, well, I mean, that helps too. If you just happen to hit the vine block. But yeah, it's just to show you those vine blocks instead of just trying to take a route upwards. Or fly upwards. I think you can just fly upwards, actually, yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't even mention we have a raccoon suit. Or, raccoon suit, yeah. We're Raccoon Mario. There's no cape in this game. And that's good, because that would probably break a lot of levels. But you still get some flying, sometimes. It's not like it shapes your body into that of an elephant or anything. Alright, enough of the elephants. Enough of them we shall see when we see. We shall go behind the foreground as if it didn't matter to us. Early Bowser statues? Well, I mean, that's not too crazy, actually. The only thing crazy right now is a bit of auto-scrolling madness. That's right. A maddening scroll. Highlighted by the automation of the screen going from a side to another side. Usually linearly. That's a word. Linearly. Literally. Say that 5 times fast. You can't! Own up to the definition of fast. I admit this remix is pretty tight. Like it goes hard and it slaps or some shit, yeah. Whatever you call it. It is good! The music is fun, and if the music is not fun, why bother? Today's boss is... oh, this thing. I'm not sure what we actually call this. I just know it's used a lot in hacks. Usually as a early mini-boss such as this. Or as basically a Boom Boom alternative. So it's very easy. You just have to not get stunned by it, and then you're golden. I don't remember what the name of that thing is, though. I don't even know who came up with it. It just kind of exists. And the usual spiel is going to be... each video ends after a fortress or castle. When we get late in the game, though, we're going to have to change it up a bit. Just based on how that goes. But there you go. The start of Classic Mario World 3.